Shalom. I want to first start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders, Apostle, Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Today I'm be doing a lesson on Leviticus 11. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna grab the scripture. This is Leviticus chapter 11, verse 2. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth." Right? So we have a dietary law that Israelites are supposed to follow, because you have, Jake, they have all different kind of diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, et cetera, et cetera. And the first thing, like, I when I hear that, I'm like, what do they eat? What do they eat? Well, I've been eating pork, man. I've been eating, catfish or, crab, things like that. So, like, you can't eat that stuff because it's an abomination to you. Also, it's not good for you, man. That's why you got Jake, getting gout, at a young age, or, like diabetes or like high blood pressure from what you eating. Like, it's a abomination to you. Like, you're not supposed to eat that stuff. So this is Leviticus chapter 11, this is verse 3. It said, "Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat." Right? So that's like deer. You got deer, it chews the cud, right? And it has the split hoof, right? And like you got deer, elk, right? Buffalo, they all they chew the cud and they have a split hoof. So this is verse 4. It said, "Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divideth not the hoof, so he is unclean to you." So you have certain animals that have a split hoof and don't chew the cud, or you have animals that chew the cud but don't have a split hoof, because that would be considered unclean to you, and when you're unclean, you're an abomination to the Most High. And this I'm gonna grab 5. This is 5, and it says, "And the coney, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, so he is unclean to you." Just like I was saying. And it says, "And the hare, because he chewed the cud, but he does not, but divided not the hoof, so he is unclean to you." So like you got like gerbils, they all chew the cud, but they don't have a split hoof. So it's unclean. So this is verse 8. It says, "Of their flesh ye shall not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you." This is verse 9. "These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them ye shall eat." Right? So Jake loved catfish. Like, Jake loved catfish. They got catfish farms, that Jake loved to go to get catfish and eat. You're not supposed to eat catfish. For one, catfish are bottom dwellers. They eat all the fish poop, that falls to the bottom of the ocean. They are there to clean the water. And you got Jake. Like what catfish, they have fins, right? But their skin is smooth. They don't have the scales, right? So you got bass. They have scales. They have fins. You got salmon. You got like brim, white perch, alligator, garfish. That just a couple of examples of fish. You can eat. They got buffalo fish too. Buffalo fish is real good too. But this is verse 11, and it says, they shall be even an abomination to you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. God, you eat these fish, you're abomination to the Most High. This is 12. It says, whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the waters shall be an abomination unto you, right? So you got like a whole bunch of things, in the water, like turtles, like you're not supposed to eat turtles, you got frogs in the water. You're not supposed to eat any of that stuff. They're abomination to you. And this is verse 13. It says, and these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls, they shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, the ossifrage, and the osprey. Verse 14, and the vulture, and the kite after his kind, right? So you're not supposed to eat these animals because they're unclean to you. You got vultures. What do vultures eat? They eat dead animals on the side of the road that could have died from anything. And a vulture is they throw up. They don't go to the bathroom. They throw up. And this is 15. It said every raven after his kind, right? Yeah, you got ravens. You're not supposed to eat those. And this is 16. And the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind, right? So you got hawks, and then you got different kinds of hawks. So that's what it means after his kind, because you got the hawks have like different cousins that's kin to them, but it's some kind of hawk in that nature, right? So this is verse 17, and it says the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl. This is verse 18, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gier eagle, right? You can't eat these birds because they're abomination to you and unclean to you. And you keep on eating unclean things, they're gonna break down your body over time, man. And you wonder why you got all these type of issues, because you're eating these unclean animals and it's going in all throughout your body. This is 19. And the stork, and the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat, right? You don't eat bats, you know what I'm saying? That's Moab. Moab likes to eat bats and different kind of animals, but they can eat those kind of things and be okay because they're not the children of Israel. The Most High is looking out for us. He cares about the 12 tribes of Israel. He cares about us. He's worried about how your well-being, you being healthy by eating clean animals. And this is 20. This is Leviticus chapter 11 verse 20. All the fowls that creep going upon on all fours shall be an abomination to you. This is verse 21. It says, yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that go up upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Right? So you got like I was saying, deers, they on all fours, they leap, This is verse 22. It says, even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. Right? So you got, certain bugs that you can eat, survival mode type, sometimes, because they're high in protein, and they're not an abomination unto you. And this is 23. It says, but all other flying creeping things which ye have 4 feet shall be an abomination to you. So you got spiders, you got different kind of bugs that would be considered unclean to you, like bees and hornets, that type of thing. You're not supposed to eat that. It's unclean to you. This is verse 24. It says, "And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean even until the evening." Even. It's 25. "And whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean even until the even." Right. So, you touching these animals, you're gonna be unclean, and you need to wash your clothes, wash your hands, which you touch the unclean carcass, and you'll be considered an abomination, for being unclean. So you'll be unclean until the evening. So this is verse 26. It says, "The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof, and is not cloven-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean." Right, what I was saying, with the camel and a pig. A pig is considered like one of the nastiest animals on earth. They sleep in their poop. They can't sweat. They can't sweat. So all those toxins are still inside their body. What they eating. It was a picture on Instagram. It was a pig eating a dead dog. And pigs are here to clean the earth. And scripture says you're not supposed to eat an animal that's dead already. And you have certain insects and animals that eat dead animals, like vultures. They eat dead animals. Pigs, they will eat dead animals. And catfish, they eat dead fish at the that float to the bottom of the ocean, because they're bottom feeders. You know what I'm saying? So they're here to clean the earth. You're not supposed to be eating these animals. And this is 28. And it says, "He that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. They are unclean to you." Right, they're unclean. This is verse 29. It says, "These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after his kind." Right, like I said, you're not supposed to be eating turtles, weasels, or a mouse, because for one, a mouse, they carry a lot of diseases. They're very nasty animals. And this is verse 30. It says, "And the ferret and the chameleon and the lizard and the snail and the mole." You're not supposed to be eating these animals. They're very unclean for you, unclean to you, and they're also not good for you, Israelites. This is verse 31. It says, "These are unclean to you among all them that creep. Whosoever doth touch them when they be dead shall be unclean until the evening." Right. So you're not supposed to touch these dead animals. You'll become unclean. Right. So that's the end of my lesson. Yahweh Ratazah, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Until next time, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone. Shalom. Shalom.